And as always, I have the ladies with me. White in the building.
Good morning.
Looking nice and pink and green.
I have to, I came to your thing, your fun fair, and I was going and people were forcing me to buy things. But this lady just came to me and she just gave it to me. I don't know her name.
Free.
I don't know.
Gave you this outfit?
The top, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't know her name. I checked inside for a label, so I couldn't even
thank her.
I can't even thank her. So
I'll
please,
trace her for you, don't worry.
Please trace her.
Have a group, yes.
Please help me DM Obiajulu so I can thank you publicly. I love the top, really cute top.
Yeah,
she just folded it and gave it to me.
And she got your style. I'm sure she looked at you.
She knows the kind of style I like.
You were looking right-ish. I'm sure she knows you too.
Hi, Dean Tokwe. I really like this outfit. You're not going to dash it to me. I really like it.
My senior Mrs. Odige.
I love it.
I really like it.
I would never, ever
have bought something like this.
Right? I would not even see it in a store and feel like...
yes, it just looks really cute on you.
I love it. She bought it for you.
No,
Dr. Bin Tokwe went to that wardrobe and collected it.
As usual.
So honestly, okay, since I'm discussing her, her name is Chinenye Odige. She's married to my husband's elder brother, and I've fought my way into a life. Like if she would yab me or insult me. The last time I went to her house, she was like, "Tokwe, you are making money." I said, "I will still collect from you because you are making more money than me." But she's really an amazing person. She does furniture and she helped me to do the furniture in my office. I wouldn't have been able to achieve what I achieved if I did not have her, because I was able to spread my payment. I've not even finished paying, and she delivered everything up front.
For your office.
You need to have people, as in, it will make you be shining like you are bigger than you are because you have people around you. So God bless you.
Human capital.
I can go to her too and she'll spread my payments.
And you took this dress from her?
I took this dress from her.
Wait, lovely I can go to her too and she'll spread payment for me.
I'm sure you have
design
your
my
people
space
too. You have your people too.
You
can talk.
So you're not holding your own people. Tokwe.
Have you got your own shop now?
Yes, I've got it.
Oh my goodness.
Holding it. No, I'm not holding it actually.
Where is this?
It's in Lekki.
Oh,
that's
nice.
good.
It's very close.
I'll connect you.
Yeah, okay.
Very close to you,
It's very close to me, yeah.
Fantastic. After work, you just go there.
Housewife of Lekki.
No, I'm not a housewife.
Business women of Lekki.
Of Lekki, yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I'm going to it needs work.
What is that Lekki price you could give us?
No, now be coming down. So it needs work. We're going to work on it. So hopefully by end of September I should be opening. Yeah.
So that's why you want to say hello, hi.
Yeah, of course. You come now. You come and buy things and.
No, come on. Office space. There'll be an office space and there'll be a sales space.
Yes.
Don't just come like that. Come with money.
Before that, I got to pay rent. I have to start paying rent now. I've never paid rent in my life. This is going to be the first time. I'm panicking about it.
Cool.
What's going on?
Nothing major. My birthday is on Thursday. I was also going to make a big fuss about it, but I just felt that recently I've been very thinking of my mom a lot. I'm thinking, what would mom want me to do? She would actually want me to celebrate her birthday. Yesterday I wore her ring. Today I'm wearing it again. This whole weekend I bought her the rings. I actually put rings on my finger. I went not that fast, gradually, But really, that space where I feel connected.
Birthdays were the same day.
Yes.
So I think maybe that's what even.
Yes, it actually. Because I remember, because usually on those days I don't remember. She calls me. Yeah, happy birthday. Today my birthday. So she's always before the show. That was how it just. But you guys always remind me of days before, so I always know that it's on Thursday.
I remember she was 70.
Yes.
And she called me that it's Mariah's birthday that day, so you guys have to celebrate her. I won't forget that.
I do miss her. Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we return, we'll look at the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. You anti-Nigerians. Senate, APC strikes deal for Bamidele Ndume Umahi. Criminal activities going down, says Ribadu. INEC, technical glitches can't affect candidates' results. Jamb bars fake highest scorer for 3 years. Nigeria assures foreign investors of policy consistency. DFC okays $3 billion for 29 projects in Nigeria. Naira rebounds with $28 per week opening gain. Okay, so let's start with the story concerning President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has assured the business community of his administration's commitment to policy consistency and a better business climate. He spoke yesterday receiving the delegation of Shell Petroleum Development Company, SPDC, led by its global upstream director, Ms. Zoe Yuvnojik, and another at the State House. And so he welcomed them and he advised them. We recall that the attracting fresh investment was a promise he has made personally to Nigerians. Whatever it takes, he will fulfill that promise to Nigerians. So he's going to ensure international community that there will be consistency of policy, so there won't be any issues concerning that. Okay, that's a nation. Any other story before we move on to Punch?
Let's talk about the minority leadership of the Senate as of today. Ahead of today's meeting, the resumption of the Senate, the leadership of the PDP have resolved to transmit a letter. The letter they are going to they'll be transferring the letter to the Senate President, Godswill, to stay action on filing of the position for minority leader. They had the National Working Committee had a meeting at Wadata Plaza in Abuja, which is the National Secretariat of the PDP, and the 25 members out of the 36 senators attended the meeting and adopted the immediate past governor of Sokoto State, that's the Aminu Tambuwa, for the minority position of minority Senate minority leader. And the expectation is that even though they didn't get all the senators to attend the meeting, majority of senators attend the meeting, as well as 7 of the National Working Committee members were there. And so they said, however, the G5 governors were supporting another Cross River North senator, that's Senator Agom Jarigbe, for minority position, but they have decided to push Senator Tambuwa, former governor of Sokoto State, as the minority leader.
Okay, the Punch. Retired general set agenda as Tinubu. You have something, Nation?
No, I was just going to talk about Fabian Benjamin, the Jamb.
It's all of the papers here.
I said that they're going to suspend the girl Ejikeme, Ejikeme, for 3 years. That they're not going to allow her to write exam. This exam will not, these results will not hold, and that she's going to go.
Well, we'll see how that goes, because investigations are still ongoing.
I'm going to discuss it. I'm not going to just go. I'm just going to say he has said that 3 years
be barred for the exam.
We'll dissect it.
Okay, the Punch. Let's take it very quickly. Retired general said agenda as Tinubu meets service chiefs. Single moms. Lagos businessman circulates more nude photos. UTME top scorers dad declares daughter innocent. Innocent demands probe. Taj Bank profit rises by 300%, pays dividend. Electric vehicle. NNPCL plans filling stations, charging ports. Minority leader PDP writes Akpabio over nominations. And CBN intervenes as more POS operators implement rate hike. Okay, which story, BC?
The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, that's NNPCL, has announced plans to install charging ports across their filling station nationwide to charge electric vehicles as part of the moves to reduce carbon emission. So he said the company also will be investing in electric vehicles to meet local demand. And NNPCL currently is having conversations with indigenous firms involved in this. So the managing director of NNPC, New Energy Limited, Kana Ayochukwu Odoi, was the one who said this in their quarterly publication that was released yesterday. And they said that they are looking at 2 things. They have 2 plans. So one is there's a startup in Maiduguri that is already into renewable electric vehicles and is a Nigerian startup. So they are currently discussing with this company to expand their capacity to meet local demands in Nigeria. And, they said it's something they believe we can all invest in, not just because it's our own, but it will give us a footing in that electric car business all over the world. So that's a good one. And they are also trying to provide access to charging ports for electric vehicles across all NMPC retail stations. So they've been having that conversation, saying how they can get that to work so that you're able to recharge your electric vehicles. And these are some of the things they're planning. They also said they are going to sign an agreement. They have signed actually with the Kebbi State for bioethanol plants, and they are currently in talks with that company to transform waste into energy, which can also be used for electricity and cooking fuel. So this seems like we are in line with what is happening all over the world. It's a good development. I just hope that it will go well.
Diesel generator.
We'll
we'll
get to that.
Doesn't it? It's what solar you need.
Solar, yes. They're working on solar as well.
To charge. It's solar that will charge.
Why is still not bringing light to?
Solar.
Okay, any other story?
Yeah, I was going to take the Lagos businessman, Amara Kennedy,
What happened?
who was accused of spreading nude photos of two single mothers, and he has vowed to destroy their reputation after Punch released a special report on the issue. Apparently, I won't mention the ladies' names, but he started demanding money from them. He had relationships with them, then he started demanding money from them. According to the first lady, she said she lost her husband 8 years ago, and she met him and he was showering her with gifts, monetary gifts and everything. They used to go to hotel and
do marathon something.
But she didn't know that he was taking pictures of her. And after a while, he now started saying, look, we'll give me this money, so she gave him the first amount. He asked for 100,000. Then when he now asked for 40,000, she said, which one is this? No, 40,000, and I'll delete the pictures.
Finally.
For good. But after that, he still
Managed money.
So she now went to the police, and those ones asked her for 50,000.
Police?
Yes, the police.
Follow the case.
To follow the case. That's at Penn Cinema, Agege. So, I think Punch now called him, got his number, called him, and then he says, so
they're tarnishing his image.
They're
going to pay them back,
So he's now started uploading the pictures.
Can't they arrest him? He should
arrest. I was waiting for her to land. They should arrest him. He can't be walking.
He's all about. He took a voice note to Punch. He says, my image has been damaged. I will make sure I also spoil their image to all their friends. Kester and I have already sent the pictures to all her in-laws and her husband,
which he did,
her late husband.
Yeah, so he's done this to 9 other people, widows and the single mothers.
So he's targeting.
Yes, it targets.
Wow. Anyways, we have to go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail, or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table.
Fear in a canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe La General, the one and only Pere Egbe. Which of the following is false about teeth? We are born with 20 primary teeth. Teeth are the hardest substance in the body. Teeth are the strongest bones in the body.
Teeth is not a bone, actually.
Teeth can self-repair.
The strongest bone in the body, no. Teeth is not a bone.
Final answer?
Teeth is not a bone. You know what came to my head now? That sound.
Thanks for staying with us. I'll take the major headline in Punch. Retired generals set agenda as Tinubu meets service chiefs. So the retired generals on Monday advised or handed over advice over to the new service chiefs hours after the securities had a meeting with the president and the national security advisor Nuhu Ribadu. There was a meeting that the president had called that invited all the various service chiefs, and he engaged them in telling them that he needed them to have results, give him results. He assured them of his 100% support, and considering the enormity of the work ahead, he said that the entire team, that he wants them to work together. He doesn't want them to work at cross purposes, and they must ensure that they're able to tackle insecurity in the nation. Nuhu Ribadu also told journalists that they have noticed that crime has somewhat reduced based on the data he has. However, they hope to get more of that reduction going forward. The ex-service chiefs also were able to inform the new services to learn from the weaknesses of the previous service chiefs, that they should learn from them and build on what they've done so far. So we'll see how that goes, but I'm happy that the first meeting he had on Monday yesterday was a service chief, because insecurity is a major issue, and it's important that all 7 of them work together to ensure Nigeria is eventually very secured.
So, I have a story from the Association of Mobile Money and Bank Agents in Nigeria. The PRO for this association, Amban, his name is Oluwasegun Elegbede, and he has said that there's a new rate for all POS agents in Nigeria. If you are withdrawing 1,000 to 2,400, you pay 100 naira. See the part that is shocking. If you are withdrawing between 18,000 to 20,000 naira, you would be paying 800 naira as POS charges. They have now created like a modulated charging cost per every 1,000. They are adding 100 naira. So if you want to withdraw between 8,500 to 11,000 naira, you'll be charged 500 naira. Yeah. And the man is justifying the increase within Lagos to say that everything has gone up in Nigeria. Why would they be the one that they will now go out of business? He said that they are operating in the same market. They have to pay staff. They have to increase prices if they want to remain in business. Let us take note of the fact that there are 1.8 million POS machines being deployed across Nigeria. Many Nigerians have resorted to using POS as a way of getting cash as opposed to going to the banks. And the transaction in March alone was at an all-time high of 1.15 trillion naira in 2023. So there's a lot of money being collected through POS machines. And Hamban, which is the Association of POS Machines, are saying that Lagos has implemented their own Ogun. Edo are following suit, and that every other state, they are reviewing the price policy. Okay. The good news is CBN is saying they will look into it to find out what can be done, but I think everybody will start going back to the banks. That's just probably going to be the solution, because you cannot be spending 800 naira to withdraw.
My bank charged me over the weekend 2,000 something for I don't know what to.
Just Daily Sun. Tinubu talks tough on security challenges. No 1 week sit at home in Southeast, says IPOB. Presidential poll. President INEC cake as court admits EU report on Atiku's petition. Igbo leaders set agenda for Southeast governors. Tinubu promises business community policy sustainability. Lawa Matawale crisis. Tinubu tasked Yorema to intervene. Senate reps resume today to elect principal officers. PDP court voids Nnamani's expulsion. Okay, let me start with the Igbo leaders of thoughts. So the Igbo leaders, they have come together and said that they told the governors in the zone that they must involve young people in the zone, and the young people they demand sacrifice leadership. According to their spokesperson, let me get it, the Director Secretary of ILT, Evangelist Elliot Ugochukwu Ugo, he was saying that the governors must be creative to address the pressing issues of the zone. He said Southeast leaders need to sit up and redirect our tomorrow by correcting the mistakes of yesteryears. The key is to work together as a team. In this regard, Uzodinma and Soludo must now show leadership by bringing the new guys in Abia, Enugu, and Ebonyi on board a stronger Southeast Governors Forum, not the kind where Okorocha and Obiano serially avoided meetings. So they're pretty much saying that all the Southeast leaders and governors must come together and work as a team and ensure that they provide leadership and for how to ensure that the Southeast comes out of where it is right now and becomes a better region, a more prosperous region for the country going forward. Okay?
Yeah, so, did you say the IPOB story?
Yes. Go ahead.
No.
Okay, so the indigenous people of Biafra have dismissed a week-long sit-at-home directive that was given recently, and saying that is the enemies of Igbo people who are plotting this to fuel insecurity in the Southeast. So the spokesperson of the group, Ima Powerful, denied the order in his statement, and he said he can never be working for an IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu. This can never be from IPOB, that they are a responsible movement and family, and their aim and objective is to give people peace and freedom, not to inflict more pain on Nigerians that already have pain, saying that this is not the time. They are harsh economic realities, and they cannot be taken away 1 week from facing their business to sit at home just because they want to fight for Nnamdi Kanu. This did not come from them. If they want to do anything like this, they would announce it to Biafrans, and it will not be more than 1 day. And so they are asking that the government gets involved in this. They have to fish out all those people who are giving this 1 week long sit at home, that this is not going to be working for IPOB, and so their hands are not involved in this, really.
So I want to take the story about the president as tasked the former governor of Zamfara State. We are aware of the Zamfara crisis, where the current governor, who is from PDP, Governor Dauda Lawal, and his predecessor, Bello Matawale, who is from APC, have been at a bit of loggerheads. The predecessor has been accused of stealing official vehicles, stealing gas cooker, TV, furniture. Yes. So the current governor had the Zamfara State Police Command to collect all the cars from the former governor, but a judge on June 18, presided over by Justice Aminu Bapa Aliyu, has ordered the security agencies to release remove the cars, to return the cars, and they did return the cars. I'm happy that at least when the judge gave an instruction, it was complied with. So President Tinubu had a meeting with the former governor of Zamfara State, Sani Yerima, to intervene in the crisis between the both of them. And Sani Yerima, the former governor, came out to say that as a father, he's now a grandfather of Zamfara State, and he's going to have a conversation with them, and by the grace of God, they'll be able to resolve the issue. And he also spoke extensively about his decision to support a dialogue with bandits, saying that most of them are illiterate, there is lack of education, and there must be a means to talk to them and integrate them back into the society. And he justified why he believes that is the solution to end banditry within Zamfara State.
And his justification was because they settled with the militants. That is his justification, which I do not agree with. Anyway, that one is another hot topic.
Vanguard. Insecurity will secure Nigeria, NSC assures. 53 years after Civil War, East Southeast needs new direction, says Igbo leaders of thought. 8 kidnapped MRS oil workers regain freedom. Bread producers serve notice of imminent pricing. Hike in price.
Bread again.
Open defecation. Nigeria needs 3.9 million toilets annually, says UNICEF. NBA to sue FG over vehicles proof of ownership fee. Negotiate with bandits. Ex-Governor urges Tinubu. And Presidential Tribunal, INEC not ready to defend its case, says LP lawyer. Okay, Nigerians have been asked to brace up for an increase in prices of bread, a major food item in Nigeria. The president of the Premium Bread Makers Association, engineer Emmanuel Honora, has disclosed in an exclusive interview with Vanguard. He said that for us in the premium bread making, it's a mixed feeling laced with the deja vu considering this fuel subsidy removal. Most of our baking ingredients are import dependent, ranging from the wheat, ascorbic acid, calcium, propionate, yeast, bread softener, and so many others. They are mostly imported. The forex floating led to increase in amounts used for clearing. We now know this will certainly lead to an increase in price of bread, which will then be passed on to the end users. So he was just saying that the impact on the fuel subsidy and the floating of the naira, the impact on many businesses was spontaneous because our workers were not able to afford the transport fare that spiked astronomically after the floating of naira. So there's a lot of ripple effect. As great as many are applauding the floating of the naira and even the removal of subsidy, it's great, but we didn't really totally measure or understand the impact to have on businesses. So it's a full adjustment, and that's why people have been clamoring for the subsidized transportation or some kind of new transportation system to make things easier for people to even get to work. So we are subsidizing in one area, but we have to subsidize something else to buffer it for Nigeria. We'll see how that goes. Because
wherever they are going to subsidize is not where people can be chopping money. Because what happened with this subsidy is because people wanted to help. And then they should even make an effort to go and find the people. Arrest the people who are chopping money. Let's even know them.
That will make us feel better.
It might, and then I don't know. It's just so sad because this is POS that are just changing. Bread now will go up.
Tomatoes
are now 100K.
A basket.
And
how much is somebody's annual salary? Monthly salary, money annual. Even annual go.
We will not eat stew again.
Residents of Trademore Estate. So there was a downpour in Abuja on the 23rd, Friday 23rd of June, and after that downpour there was a massive flooding that took place within the Trademore area of Abuja, which is around the airport road. So the FTCA, which is the Federal Capital Territory Administration, has said that they are going to be demolishing some houses within the Trademore Estate. So the residents of the area they've come out to say that you cannot demolish because that's not the right approach. What the government should be doing, that is a lazy approach. What they should do was to provide a storm. I'm trying to find the word. That there's a storm, maybe a storm zone or something to prevent adjust the water that is coming in. Accommodate the water coming in and not demolish the houses, that you cannot say the houses have not been approved. Remember that FCTA used to be, there was another agency in charge of Abuja, it was called AMAC, and all those houses were approved under AMAC and they were not approved under FCTA, which means they might not be getting compensation, and most of those houses were built under federal mortgage banking system. So they're saying you'll be putting a lot of hardship on people by saying you will demolish over 100 houses. We felt what you should do is to provide the storm support for the area.
All right, that's all we can take on. Yeah, we're done.
I would like to quickly take the police.
See you after the break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the grand comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Gbenga Adeyinka the First. OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Gbenga right here, 7 of 7. like I'm beginning to know.
It's now time for the question.
You don't scare me one bit. Bata, I go drink. So.
Okay. So now one chance for Inter. My first question. Do you remember the names of the winners of that edition of StarQuest?
Of course I do.
Why do you?
And I hate myself for this because I have this question for you. Final question. No. Where outside Nigeria and what year? I think you're the only one that can be wicked.
I am thinking because I know back in the day.
Don't think. Answer my question quick. You are thinking too much. I don't like it.
The UK.
Final answer. Okay. I said, God, please, let me to perform outside Nigeria.
Wait.
And God gave me a show in Ghana. Drink, my friend, drink. I don't
overthink this thing. See where I can.
Yes, you overthink them. Let's get talk now. Where are we?
No, that's not talking.
That's good talking.
Not just want to work with.
Yes, that's on that angle.
So Laifa had a very, very interesting.
You wouldn't want to work with who? Not
There's no judgment.
No, and I
they'll
respect.
judge you
I
definitely,
respect
but we won't
this
judge
certain
you.
type of people. But what I dislike so much is when they tend to come to work and then they pour all their
resentment from
on you. Is it me that offended you? I'm not the one. I have no business. Man, just come out with you, pay me at the end of the month, and let me go back to my house in peace and sleep. But when it comes to like divorced people, I cannot work with a divorcee. I can't see myself doing that. If I find out, if you can hide it, but if I find out,
when they are nice divorcees,
I would just.
What if they are nice?
Okay, now it depends. If you are nice, cool. But if you are the type that you don't know how to keep your anger to yourself, you always pour it on somebody. Well, I'll just drop my resignation letter, no matter the amount you're paying me.
So it's more passive-aggressive people.
Yeah, I can't do it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, definitely.
And I cannot work with stingy people.
See this one.
Because you cannot be passing me in the morning, afternoon. I can say, oh, yeah, I'm working. Oh, yeah, take 100 naira, take 10K, take 15K. You don't have to be my sugar daddy or sugar mommy. See, the way you treat others is the way they will treat you outside. Yeah. And if you cannot treat your workers well, they are not a good boss. If you cannot be dashing me small thing or giving me donuts when I'm working, you are not a good boss.
Thanks for staying with us. Joining us now is the Head of Sales and Marketing, Rollout Properties and Allied Services, Mr. Oludoto Olaoye. Thanks you so for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good. We know you want to talk about Legend City project.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on with Legend City.
Okay, so good morning once again. So I'll just do a quick recap. Last month we launched Legend City K2 Ekpe. And between then and now, we've had a lot of people, wise investors, as I like to say, take advantage of this opportunity and advantage of the growth that is happening in Ekpe to own a share of Ekpe in Legend City. And right now, by this weekend, by Saturday, for the first set of people that have been able to take advantage of what we have in Ekpe, they are getting their allocations this Saturday. And it's amazing because this is the future, this is the vision, this is the intention we have for people that are currently taking advantage of what we have in Legend City right now. So, and then the highlight of it for us so far is that throughout last week, we had a lot of people coming in, getting their gift, rams, goats, rice, oils, and everything, making sure that the festive last week was good, was exciting, was top-notch for them, right? So it's been filled with a lot of advancement for people and putting smiles on the faces of people. And then I like to also say that we have a lot in stock for people even today.
Yes. So what are the highlights? What differentiates this? We're talking about the Legend City, yes, from the other ones that you have available.
Okay, so first of all, it is the strategic location, which is Ekpe. Okay. I would not stop saying it, that wherever you see people going to, go there. Wherever you see value going to, go there. Take your spot so that you can enjoy 100% of the value that is coming to that environment, that is coming to that location. I tell people when they say that, but I want it to be this, I want to be that. I said, are people going there? Is value going there? Are development going there? If they are, you should go there. Don't wait till they are ready before you start moving there, because when you go there when everything is ready, you are not getting 100% of the value that are coming in. Look at this location, this Ekpe, as we are saying. Ekpe is at the tipping point of exponential growth right now. And if you are wise, you want to take a position now. The Ekpe airport that is being commissioned is there. The agricultural hub, the logistic and the central logistic, which is by far the largest in sub-Saharan Africa right now, is located there, right? You are talking about massive future projects like the rail trail directly from CMS to Ekpe right now to make transportation easy. Is going right there. We are talking about the Africa Film City that is situated. In fact, I saw that construction has even started there. Wow. It's going on right now. These developmental projects that are going into this environment makes property in this area highly, highly important and highly, highly valuable. And that is one of the reasons why I'm saying, and I continue to say, that as far as solar properties is concerned, our job is to identify these places and tell you to come take your position now that it is even under market value. If you wait for all of these things to begin to happen, you are not going to buy or get, the entry point is not going to be as convenient as it is currently.
Yeah, because I passed through there the other day, and I mean the developments Ekpe is really, I mean the road from Ekpe to Jamb was
it's
amazing.
Sweet. You can close your eyes and just
amazing.
You are not expecting any bumps anywhere. You know, and then there are three places you can get to from Ekpe. Ekpe can link you to Jamb, they can link you to Ibadan, can link you to Ikorodu, can link you to the highland.
Wow.
So it's at the midst of convenience for you.
The only problem I had was the journey from Lekki to Ekpe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Traffic.
But so how long is that? Do you think that road is going to take? Because that's
from Lekki to Ekpe.
Discourage people.
No, it's not a discouragement. Because this is
I would say you said so.
Because this is it. You see, when people are buying properties or when people are making real estate investments, they tend to look at it from what they are seeing right now. But that's not how you look at property investments. You actually look at it from the standpoint of the finished product. The work that is going on that route, Lekki to Ekpe now, look at the quality of that road infrastructure. It's concrete. It's not the regular tarred road. And there's a reason why that is, Ibejuleki. The kind of economic activity that will be in and out of Ibejuleki is why that infrastructure has to be solid.
Yeah.
And you will notice that work is continuing there. It's not like they stopped. It's progressing.
Okay,
so within time, you will notice that all of these things will be over, and the true experience
will come out.
So if you are thinking because of this now you won't buy, the people that are buying, when it is now done, you will not be able to get anything left for you. There.
So is your seller, the bumper sale still on, or is
okay, so for this we've got a lot of calls. We've got a lot of calls. Oh, you know what? I actually want to do this in July. I'm actually going to do this first week in July. It's July. So what can you do? So we are saying that, okay, we are not going to make it for just one person. We are going to extend our promo sales till the end of this July for everybody. Awesome. And for Legend City, this is now the interesting part. You've not got into this project yet. You have the chance to get in and to enjoy a 10% discount on outright payment. Not just that, your payment is all-inclusive, no hidden fees. All-inclusive.
What do you mean by all-inclusive?
Meaning that the extra fees, other additional fees, you know, it's not applicable.
What are the additional fees that
you have fees, you have the allocation fees. Yeah, these two fees are not applicable. We are saying that for this period of time, you can enjoy all inclusivity on your purchase. And if you're paying outrightly on a Legend City right now, you can enjoy 10% discount. And you can also enjoy this to partake in the allocation that is happening on Saturday, July 8th. The interesting thing about allocation is this. Most people, most allocations that you've probably witnessed or seen or experienced, you must complete all your payments before you come. Yes, that is valid. But for Legend City, we are saying that even for those that have started on their installments, we have made provisions for their plots already. So we are saying that if you finish paying up, there's already provision for you to receive your plot this Saturday, even though you're still on installment payment, right? So you know, I said something that Legend City, this is where we are gathering legends, and you enjoy legendary treatments.
I like that. We also know you have Iderade housing scheme. How is it going?
Yeah, Iderade is progressing. It's progressing amazingly. I don't know if I've said it before. Within 6 months thereabout of development in Iderade has gained 17% value appreciation. Wow. That's amazing. And somebody was asking me the other day, how is this so? How quick is this? I said, number one, you forgot that Iderade is within developed communities. Within a live-in environment. People are already living in left and right. When our guys are walking, people coming to check, people from the community coming to check what's going on. Oh, they are excited, right? Number two, you forgot that construction work is going on every time in Iderade. You get to Iderade now, we are already committed to developing 150 units, which is the first phase of development in Iderade. You get there, you see things for yourself, right? You forget that Iderade is located also strategically, you know, to the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, to the Redemption Camp and all of that, you know, in the midst of happenings around that environment, right? So all of these things come together. They are the things that are driving value in this area, in this property.
This thing, how long does it last? This your salary thing, is it 8? No. Or is it for the whole month?
Yes, for July. For July.
For the whole of July.
Yes, this promo sales still goes on for July. It's extended to July, and the payments for those that want to still spread their payment, you can spread for as much as 12 months. You know, and then another thing to also mention that gives people assurance and, you know, comfort is that for this property, the title is clear. You know, a registered survey is clear on the property. A deed of assignment is clear on the property. The features of the estate is also clear. You know, the perimeter fencing is actually starting this week as well. Clearing 100% done. You know, all of that road infrastructure into the estate, all of that drainages and everything is going to come into this estate. You want to get your stake now, you want to call us, you want to reach out to us, you want to make your inquiries, in fact, I invite people that want to be a part of this Saturday's allocation to also come to inspect. Use the opportunity to inspect, to see for yourself. Call us, make your schedules, tell us your inquiries, ask your questions.
Yes, I see the numbers on your screen, and then you can actually call them the experience, paradise on earth. Congratulations to Ruler Properties for all the work you're doing, and I hope you get the value that you always get.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're going to go on a break now. When we come back, move on to our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Gentlemen, pioneer, positive force member, dancing queen of the 80s, non-conformist, Afrobeat historian in her right, and long-standing member of the multiple award-winning all-female show Your View, Omoyeni Yeni Anikulapo Kuti, aka YK Power! Ginger!
Take it.
Today we'll go here.
Hey, I don't read you.
Are you sure?
Ha. I'm not here to answer questions, I'm here to drink.
We're in trouble today.
Wait till your age.
I was close now.
I
said 1975.
He said 73. He said 75. Vanessa wasn't even born till 75.
So will I drink half?
You go drink. Take. Make I help you. Russian.
No be half.
Which half? You will make me drink. I'll give you a hint.
Lights in no. Nepa Road. Nepa Road in Abeokuta.
First of all, my brain cannot memorize everything.
A big black bug.
A big black dog.
Bug. A big black bug.
Oh, sorry. A big.
It don't start.
Ọmọ fẹlá. Ọmọ Anikulapo Kuti. Ó rò pé kíni kékeré yìí.
It's by Audison. It's not by Audison. Ike Sunday Okonkwo, aka Cross. Now your intro without
Wow.
So there's a name that thing that's.
I'm just drinking because you say I should drink. There's no particular answer.
You think it's only that can be wicked?
What's the answer?
Subterfuge.
Eh?
Yeah. They claim you did, but you said it just happened. That
And it's called what again?
Subterfuge.
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 So you look me finish from head to toe. You look at a person who gonna know what to be called such. Yeah?
The nude wasn't like a game plan. Or...
I promise you, it was actually.
Come perfect. As two guests on the hot topics, the ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get in depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, multiple award-winning actor, producer, ambassador of Edo People, we have Etinosa Idemudia in the building!
Not be first to go police station, they win the case. So
Okay.
you are showing yourself.
I go see as my second
You are
question.
feeling like a contact the prancing peacock. I'm about to cut your wings. Hello? Now, in the amalgamation of 1914, who was the woman who drew the line of the amalgamation? Who cut the report? Who is the person that used scissors? What is his name?
That woman.
You have done me dirty. I've marked your face. I've marked your face. If anything happened to me today,
I don't
if I don't reach my house. Anyway, I'm gonna be chauffeured, so
You remember now, Abby? Yeah, but you never too thin. Now you remember.
Hey.
If a person who indulges habitually in watching a sexual material is called a voyeur.
That's what they're called.
You clearly say you don't go even get the next one.
Hey, a voyeur.
Voyeur.
Then go on.
What is a person who makes one
A
called?
voyeur. A voyagist. A bon voyage.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
Thanks for staying with us. So Ejikeme Mmesoma, student of Anglican Girls Secondary School, Newi, Anambra State, who was accused of inflating her UTME result, has finally broken her silence. She said the result with her is what she printed from the Jamb portal. If you recall, yesterday we had the spokesperson for Jamb, Dr. Fabian, who came on the show, who was trying to confirm to us that indeed that her results were manually inflated and that she will be prosecuted after investigations confirms that indeed what she did was fraud. But since her video broke yesterday, lots of viewers and lots of comments have gone on social media, people questioning Jamb, saying, is Jamb actually sure 100% that the fault didn't come from them? Because the girl we saw in the video doesn't look like somebody, or doesn't sound like somebody who could intentionally forge a result. For those of you who haven't seen the video, please watch this.
I'm doing all these results. I went to Jamb portal to print these results, and this is what they gave me. This is the result here. So this is my aggregate 362. This is exactly how I printed it and downloaded it from that site. So they now say that I forged my results, is what I don't know. And I'm traumatized that they accused me of forging my own results, because I'm not capable of this forging results. This is the evidence. Okay, they say that I forged my results. They scanned this QR code there, and it showed another name, a Yoruba name, Omotola Afolabi, 138. And that same person that got 138, they checked again, the person got 338. Meaning that there is problem. There is problem somewhere. So, and we went to Commissioner of Education office on Friday last week. My principal and the educational secretary of Anglican Girls Secondary School, Anglican Diocese. So we went there. We showed all these results to Commissioner of Education, both this one and the SMS they sent to me. And she snapped it and sent to the Jamb official. They called back saying that this is a forged result, that I forged it myself, that the Jamb office don't have the record of this. So they must say that I forged it. And they called the DSS over to come to her office. The DSS, they took us to their office and we made our statements there. And they said they will contact us later, that they are going to investigate these results to know where the source came from. So,
all right. Thanks for staying with us. So that was yesterday. Now the update from today's papers is that Jamb is saying they're going to be banning her for 3 years because according to them, this was fraudulently done. Now, what are your thoughts on this? I'm going to come to YK first because she was out on the show yesterday and we had this conversation. But please call us on 081 764 1678 09024 163440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. YK, what are your thoughts? I mean, this is a story that's really heartbreaking. Nobody really knows what the real picture is because we've heard from Dr. Fabian, and at some point in the show too, we're going to call Dr. Fabian back again to hear what his own response is to her video. But what are your thoughts?
When I watched it today, because I watched the show yesterday, you know, and I heard, you know, I was thinking, you know, sometimes when you are given a story, you don't wait to hear the other side before you make judgment. Just taught me once again what I already know. But sometimes we choose to forget that always hear two sides. There are always two sides to a story. So hear both sides before you form your opinion. In this case, I'm not even going to judge. Because I'm going to wait for them to investigate. This is where the forensic, as Ejikeme has said, they need to, because it's true that Jamb have these
technical glitches here and there.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
It's not a lie. Yeah. And the girl is saying, look, the person on the QR code is different to me that I have this result. That how can she fake or how can she do this? She's denying it, sir. She's denying it totally. Okay, so I think before we cast any aspersions on anybody, whether Jamb or her, they should investigate properly.
Let me come to you, BC. What are your thoughts on
So
this?
I'm not happy with the media trial this girl is already going through right now. And I feel bad that we didn't wait. I feel bad, first of all, that Jamb didn't wait to, you know, finish the investigations before bringing this and, you know, bringing this to the fore and allowing the media, first of all, to carry this news the way they have carried it. And then the social media trial also, we didn't wait. We're not patient, you know, allowing things to play out so that we can see. But I know that Jamb and like every other examination body in this country, we always have glitches like this. It happens. Even in the papers I took it during the time that they were writing these particular examinations, there were some centers that were not able to conduct the exams because they had technical glitches. So it's something that is not new to the terrain. That's one. And I just wish that Jamb would be humble enough to admit if they find that this came from them. So because according to her story now, she said the first results with the other name, that's the Yoruba name that she just mentioned, had 138. When they checked again with the same QR code, it had 338. So if this can happen, what is telling us now that her 362 was not also a mistake? So it's possible that this is just a technical glitch, but because we're so in a hurry to prosecute and crucify them the way they were shouting on Jesus Christ in the Bible, we did not pay attention to some of the things they want to do. So what I want to know now is the pattern of investigation that has to be done. There should be a way to find where this problem is coming from. They need all the technicalities they can muster to find this so that we are sure how. And if you say the girl actually committed this forgery, you should be able to trace it and tell us how the forgery happened. You're not going to just tell us it's forgery and that is it. She printed something back and that is it. If you will give us the step-by-step process, you are an examination body, you should have the technicalities to get this out so that we are sure where this fault is coming from. And if it's coming from Jamb, Biko, you will not only apologize, you will make restitution.
Okay, well, so, sorry, I was just going to say, because I was listening to the radio today and somebody called in and he spoke about his own results, how they had glitches and they gave
here and there.
Yeah, he heard it on the radio this morning. So I know that it happens.
Oh yeah, everywhere in the world. There's computers don't lie. Yeah. It's a system. They're numbers. So you can always, these things are traceable. There's no, that's the reason why we're trying to get the elections to be electronic, so that things can be traced. So if this investigation is properly carried out, we should see the result. But the issue, I have seen, because Jamb is saying, according to Dr. Fabian, noted that due to the rampant falsification of results by candidates, the board has stopped issuing notification of results slips after the 2021 UTME. But consequently, the board has been issuing actual UTME results, which is what was sent to us in the group. So we now have to wait for Dr. Fabian at some point to come on the show to tell us exactly which one is the correct result, because there's a lot of confusion out there. That's one. Secondly, the young girl also said that the Commissioner for Education called them for the meeting and called Jamb. They did not wait for investigation to be concluded. Jamb already went out to the public. Now, is that right? These are things that should be, these are conversations we should have. That even though she was wrong, was it premature for Jamb to come out and say, these people that are giving to this girl 3 million naira, this is falsification. So, what is the modus operandi for cases like that? At what point do you come to the press to make this a conversation we'd like to have? But let me hear Papa's initial thoughts on this before we move on.
Okay, so for me, I'll start with one of the key points I made yesterday, which is that the internet does never forget, and we have printed a face of someone and labeled her a fraudulent, a criminal, the face of a deceiver who lied about her results. And we did not do that based on any concrete information. We did it based on evidence. We didn't do it based on like deep investigation to analyze it. We did it based on the statements made by, and I'm in the point where I feel like I don't even want to listen to the girl or Dr. Fabian. I want the result of that girl out. I want, you know why I'm saying this? We've had a conversation that it was, I think someone mentioned that her son saw her result. Her son saw his result and said, this is not my result. And told the mother that I am 100% sure I did better than this. In a private secondary school. Guess what? Because the boy knew what he did. They called for a result and found that he was marked down when they reviewed it. When they reviewed the result, they saw it was better. I have had an issue when I went to my children's school for open day. I saw the result and I checked the questions and I said, he got this question right. They marked it and put 2 points, but they did not count it in the total. So if I did not pay enough attention to count how he got, like he missed one question and you gave him 17/20, like seriously, how does that happen? He missed just one question. So somebody, obviously, they didn't count one of the points. So
human error happens.
The teacher corrected it. Yeah. So it's not a Jamb is at fault or the girl is at fault. It is a case of, can we investigate to see if there was a glitch in the system? And can we now, going forward, ensure that and preventing future glitches from happening and stop vilifying people for an error that could have been.
But this happens, see, the error, happens for a lot of people. Yeah. I guess the reason why this made the news is because Innocent had given her 3 million naira scholarship.
Yes,
that was the highest scorer. And the commissioner wanted to verify, confirm. Because we get lots of people actually having issues with their results. That this is not my result, it's not correct. You know, those things happen all the time. But this case got attention because of all the various factors involved in it. But as Bisi said, if we find that Jamb is wrong, they must be able to admit and accept and issue a public apology and probably compensate her for what has happened, if indeed this is from their own end. Yeah. But I'd really like to go on a break. When we come back, I'd like to hear from Jamb, because I'm told that we have to speak to Dr. Fabian to get exactly how this could have gone wrong, if indeed this girl's claims are correct. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
So, have you ever wondered what happens behind the curtains of a man's mind? Or perhaps you're one of those who wonder what men talk about when they gather. Well, here goes. Imagine what it takes to put together the perfect cocktail. Or maybe mocktail. We need a bit of sports, a sprinkling of current affairs, some very deep topical issues, and last but not the least, a healthy dose of grumbling of those we love to hate. And yes, you guessed it, women. So, if you catch the drift, then you're onto something. We will provide you with the right insights into most of your curiosities, right here within this beautiful cocktail we call the Black Table.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one who can make time stand still forever, Mr. Kelechi Amadi. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
You love that intro, Abi?
Yeah. It was great.
Okay,
Thank you.
We try like that.
Thank you.
Now my question, which I feel is a cheap question.
Oh, go ahead.
What does ISO stand for?
That is it. I think I'll drink.
No, you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Kelechi Amadi. No. Shay, you didn't whine me. You're whining me now.
I think I'll drink. Huh? No problem.
Okay.
I've always known it as ISO. I never bothered to know what it means. I know what it means, but I never bothered to know what the acronym is. Tell me the brand of camera that I use, so much so that I even became an ambassador. That's very easy. It's out there.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
I just said, let me give you this one as a token of my appreciation.
Sony.
Drink!
I'm not done. You did not say final answer.
It's final answer.
You did not ask me if that was my final answer.
You don't have any choice again. It's only
Nikon.
How many cameras do they have? My
Nikon.
friend to drink. I gave you a very easy something.
Nikon now.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still discussing this issue of the young girl who claims that she got her results from the Jamb portal, and Jamb is saying that those results are not from us. As I said earlier, we're going to be having Dr. Fabian join us in a moment, but while we're waiting for that, let me take a few comments. There's a comment that I got here from Ifeoma Eleni Toba Johnson. She said, "Good morning, Mariah. I must say that Jamb has progressively done better, particularly since the current registry came on board. The big question, however, is who declared the young girl as highest scorer?" And that's an interesting conversation. That's an interesting question to ponder on, because if you're going to say I am highest scorer, there's usually either a newspaper article from Jamb, somebody that officially says this spread, because I know that I work with the Commissioner for Education, and they're always waiting for that list to come out. To now know, was it Lagos State, was it Anambra? We know just to know which student got from. By the time that they got as a higher scorer, who did an entire secondary school or primary school, I can't show you the exam, was in Lagos, now went to Sokoto, and now got the highest score. And there was a debate that she's our student. They were now fighting between the commissioners and our students from Sokoto. There's that back and forth. So the commissioners are constantly fighting amongst themselves who produced the highest scorer. Although in this case it's Anambra State, even the person that had the highest scorer is still in Anambra State. So
the only person that answer that question is Innocent, because they are the ones that acknowledged. I've checked online to try and find where the information came out from. The news broke when Innocent gave her money.
Yeah.
That was when
how did Innocent get that information?
So that's part of the reason we're asking for investigation. Because if Innocent says, if Innocent can trace where they got the information from, and we can find that it's not probably the girl personally that came out to say that, we can find who sponsored this entire controversy. Because obviously the way this news has gone round, there's something else behind this. It doesn't feel like an organic story, but we know that Innocent broke the news according to what we're saying when I was researching on Google. Innocent broke the story. Pre-Innocent, there was no information about who.
On all the sides, because Jamb will say, because of our experience with people falsifying results. So that's why until we have this, we have it from our portal, until we can give you the result ourselves, we cannot believe that this is from us. Others will say, well, I want to help young people who are doing well. I don't want to care how far, I don't need to investigate. Once this girl that said, let the poor breathe. Once I see somebody who is in need, let me help the person. I'm a company. I want to be there to support you. So there are different reasons why people do things.
Yeah, but you would have heard from somewhere. That's the question that this person asked. You would have heard from somewhere. You will not just wake up and assume that 362 is the highest.
Yes.
It could also be 400. It could also be 368, 380 something, you know. So we need to really find out where Innocent got the news that she's the highest before, you know, celebrating her and giving her the 3 million naira. Also, while we're investigating, is it possible that we get this girl to write this examination again? Because
Jamb results from them comes to the picture with the photograph of the person. So it was sent into the group where it's a bit different from what she's holding. So that you print from the portal, but what Jamb is saying that they have is completely different from what she's holding.
They should show it now.
So that's the one that's in our group. It's in our group. That's what Jamb has resolved. We can't see it on TV. But I'm just saying that, as I said, we're trying to get the call. We're hoping that we can reach Dr. Fabian. He's been trying to. But while we're trying to get Dr. Fabian, let me take Remy. Good morning, Remy. Thanks for calling. Are you there? You're live. Go ahead, please.
What I just want to say, you guys have said it, but is that yes for that Vivian? I'm not sure what she did. I don't think the principal. We are not looking at that time. The principal of the school and somebody else, Ministry of Education. That guy that done it. I don't think you have that effort to go with those people up to that stage. So I think that should just go back and check what has gone on before chastising this girl, finding out for 3 years and all that blah blah. So that's what I.
Thank you very much, Remy. It wasn't very clear, but I think she was talking about the fact that the commissioner is involved and the principal is involved, that they should do a proper investigation. I didn't really hear that clearly.
Yeah, but what I wanted to say is this result that you're seeing with the picture, this is probably the result they give them.
Yes.
They hand to them. The one she got.
You print on the portal does not have your picture,
You won't get this one from the portal.
Okay, so based on what he was also saying, like because many students forged that one, they get a lot of forgery, and that's why they always insist on this one. But again, let's wait to hear from him because they also have experiences of people with falsified results. So we're hoping to get to speak to him. But in the moment, I think I have Hassan. Good morning, Hassan. Thanks for calling. Oh, we lost that caller. Okay, let's give you comments on social media while we're still trying to get Dr. Fabian on the call to give us some perspective on this. Would have loved to also speak to the father because the father was also insisting that his daughter obviously is innocent. That she obviously is not capable of falsifying because Jamb was specifically saying that it was manually altered. If you recall what Dr. Fabian said yesterday, according to him, they had to go to investigate through the telcos. And they got the telcos to give them the her call log, where they found that from her number, she sent a request for her result to a sort code, which replied her with 249. And based on that, according to them, she now sent a text message to another source code. But callers are saying that's impossible because you can't send a number to a source code. Error. But they're now saying that even though she did, the call log shows a sent message to that number of the three.
Release it from let's see. Investigation. When an investigation cannot be, at this point, Jamb cannot carry out this investigation anymore. Because Jamb has become a party.
Independent.
Jamb is a party. The girl is a party, so we will need a neutral body to investigate the entire process with the influence of it's not just even one person. It can't even be like the Ministry of Education because they will say
it should be the police.
Whatever, they can have a panel. Because here's the thing, you can have a panel to investigate because the reason we have an independent panel is because we want to be sure that when the result comes out, it's objective. You cannot argue with it. And we should also open the platform for Jamb, anybody that has had issues like this from Jamb, to be able to table their own complaints, so that I've had a process where I was confused about my results because I got conflicting results. So because if we don't get the actual, Jamb is a body, official body from the government, they can easily come out and say 900 people falsified documents, they did this. But the ones who were the ones wronged by Jamb are smaller figures. They are smaller people, and they might not have the platform or the media to be able to table their own challenges as well. So this is it started as a bad thing, but we might be able to achieve something good from it. And that would happen if we have an independent panel review the entire challenge.
And I'm hoping that anybody who has had this kind of problem can call in and tell us.
Give us
like I heard on the radio, this guy called in, he said he has had the same kind of problem with Jamb. So
and they also have a call from Abuja. Good morning, thanks for calling. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
You're live. Thanks for calling, sir.
Yes, I just to put to the conversation. Jamb is not telling all the truth. Good morning. Thank you. Jamb is not telling all the truth. The lady cannot come up with a software within a few days to now break through into their server. And if the lady has a software to break into their server, then the lady does not need a university education. In case, when we found out that he knew more than the professor, he dropped out of school. No, if this lady has a software that can break into the Jamb server, she needs to go and sell that software and become a mob.
So can I? All right. So according to what I'm hearing from Dr. Fabian, okay, I'm sorry about Dr. Fabian because I was reading that let's talk to Dr. Fabian. I was going to take a part of the article that says that the public is also invited to ponder on the fact that of all the candidates that started the 2023 UTME result, only Ms. Ejikeme parading the obsolete notification of results. So Jamb is probably insists that what she's parading is the one that is obsolete. But let us talk to Dr. Fabian. Good morning, Dr. Fabian. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Good morning.
We need clarity because obviously this young girl has obviously gotten a lot of sympathy from a lot of Nigerians because when you see the video and you see her innocence and the fact that this young girl is obviously incapable of falsifying based from her own utterances and even her demeanor, we can see the kind of person she is. So we are questioning, therefore, that is Jamb 100% sure that this result that you're claiming is falsified is actually indeed falsified?
Well, you see, let me make something very clear.
In volume.
What the issue at stake has nothing to do with our database.
Okay.
As the result of the candidate with us still remains 249. Nothing has changed. It has never been changed. Okay. But what I want Nigerians to understand, these are very simple things. I expect that somebody should have really done an in-depth analysis finding on this. 1.6 million candidates start the 2023 examination. Most of them have printed their results. If you go on the street and you ask their candidate, no candidate has what he's started. So where is he getting it from? No candidate. And then if you look at, I was on channel, and because this is a growing program, on channel, I showed them all the communication, all the document that was uploaded or this candidate had printed. From when she registered for Jamb, when you register, there is a notification that is given to you to show that you have registered to sit for this examination. Then before you write examination, there is what we call notification of examination center. They will give you where you know where your center is and all this. If you look at all those documents, you will see that the age that she put on those documents, the date of birth is different from what she's paraded. That is another one. If you look at the center name on what she's parading and the center name on all her documents, the address, the way it is written is different. So there are so many material that are on that document that you don't even need to come to us. You will know that once you are confronted with all this stuff, you know that this document is false. What she has done is not like I have access to the photocopy of your degree certificate. And I decided to use gratis, carve it of gratis. Change your name to my name. Change your whatever, maybe your class or degree, you have the class, and change it to first class. And then I'm parading it. It has nothing to do with the database of your school. That is why if when you are buying now, it is required that you go to the issue authority to verify the genuineness of the land that you are buying. Otherwise, somebody will just give you a document that claims that it's from the issue authority, and it may not have any business with that issue authority. When MTN wants to give scholarship, they come to us that okay, they want to give scholarship, give us 10 best candidates, and we give it to them. We have no reason whatsoever if Mmesoma has scored 362, that we will deny her. In any case, the highest scholarship.
Dr. Fabian, where could she possibly have gotten this document from? Not to, I mean, she said it's a portal.
I just gave you an example that if I have photocopy of the degree certificate, is it from the portal of the university that we get it? This document is on our portal. I've said that clearly. That we stop using this document as far back as 2001.
Oh.
We don't, in fact, for 2023, candidates don't even print their result on our portal. They print their result on e-facility on their profile. So these are all issues that we are so confident that this is, people are just being moved by emotion. They look at the age and all this. They are not looking at the material part of the issue. If a child is 2 years and try to go and shoplift and steal in the shop, it doesn't mean that he didn't steal, even if it is 2 years.
So, sir, can you confirm for us, because according to her version of the story, she said that by the time she checked in the QR code, it showed a different name and 130 something, 138, and then they imputed the QR code again and it showed another number, 338, of the same QR code. Can you confirm if this actually happened?
Let us not be lazy. This result that she's parading is on the net. You can print it and take the QR code. Check it 30 times. Whether it will give you a different thing. It will give you the name of the owner of that result.
Yes, but it gave two different results. Two different scores. So that particular name gave two different scores when they imputed it twice.
That is what I am telling you, that it is a lie.
Oh.
You have the result. You use your QR code to check 30 times whether it will give you any different thing. A top government official in Anambra who checked the QR code and checked almost 6 times. He gave the person the same thing. I was on channel today. Somebody didn't check almost 4 times. He gave him the same information. It's a lie.
Wow.
Okay. I wanted to ask a question that we wanted to find out. Usually, if somebody wants to declare highest scorer, how does the process take place? That's number one. How did Innocent Motors find out about her being the highest scorer? And since the punishment, since the punishment has been declared now, can she contest this in court to say that her result is valid and the 3-year ban is wrong?
Well, the court is for everybody to go there. Once you are not you agree, you can go to court. Nobody can present you for court. And the fact will be laid there, and then the court will make a pronouncement. But how Innocent got to know that she's the highest scorer, I don't know. Because for us, we announced the highest scorer at our policy meeting. And the highest scorer is also from Anambra State, from the southeast. Okay. So we have no reason to deny Mrs. Ejikeme if she's the highest scorer. We announced at the policy meeting, and then MTN, if you look at MTN Foundation and other foundations or other agencies that award scholarship and give award to top scorers of Jamb, they write to us. MTN will write to us, please, give us 10 best scorers, give us 20 best scorers, give us 30. And we make this information available to them. It's not like me, I want to buy land in Lekki. And now sit down in Ikoyi. Somebody say I have land in Lekki, and I collect a paper without going to check, and I issue him 500 million. That I'm buying the land.
Dr. Fabian,
collect that paper.
Let me get you one more question for you. Go ahead, YK.
You know, from your reaction, it doesn't seem as if you want to give the girl the benefit of the doubt. I'm wondering if you can, maybe there is a glitch in your system, and let them investigate and give her the benefit of the doubt. You don't sound as if you have convicted her and everything.
100% sure.
Can I explain something to you?
Yes, please.
I want you to understand this thing very well. Open your mind. This, I've told you that this result he is carrying, we stopped using it in 2021. Which glitch? We stopped using that thing in 2021. That is result notification. We stopped using it. All the results we issue from 2022 to 2023 comes with pictures. This same candidate, as I speak with you yesterday, printed her result on our portal. This same candidate, as I speak with you, on the 25th of June, she paid 1,500 naira to our system and printed her result. Yesterday by 12:25 p.m., she also printed the result. The transactions are there. If you go to Airtel today, her number that she's using is Airtel, her unique number. If you go to Airtel, you see all her transactions that is there. So which benefit of that am I or glitch? This thing was not printed from our system. And I gave you an example. I said, you have your own degree certificate. If I lay hand on the photocopy now and I mutilated it to put my name and all those things there, will the school be talking about giving any benefit of that? There is nothing about glitching because it was not printed from our side. Okay. 1 billion times if you go to our side, you print our original result of 249.
Dr. Fabian, let me just throw in this question. I know that from our conversation yesterday, you mentioned that there was going to be an investigation to find out who the culprit is. And you said that you were hoping that she would be willing to admit that there was somebody manipulating it. Some people don't know, because a caller was saying, oh, they hacked into the system. The truth is, Photoshop, even the phone, I can copy this and use my phone and change the name and put the result I want on my phone. There are many apps that can be used to do this thing now. So it's not as complicated as people are making it look like it's impossible to do. Any child that understands how to use some apps can actually change the results on that paper by themselves. Exactly. So, but I feel like because of the kind of media hype that this has generated, even knowing that Jamb is saying, according to you, that there's no truth to what she's holding as a result, wouldn't it be right for Jamb to be able to clearly implement punitive measures against the person that is guilty of this crime and anybody that has been accessory?
Yes, you see, we can only get to the root of the matter of who is behind this whole thing if she opens us and tells us the truth. Like now, if we have access to her phone and she has not deleted information that the messages she has received from us and the one she has sent, you will get all those things from there. But you see, let me tell you, why you will know that this issue is more complicated than you are thinking. This candidate printed results on the 25th. This candidate printed results yesterday. And she's not disclosing those results. That tells you that it's deeper than what you're thinking. And how I wish somebody will go to Airtel, how I wish, independently, using her number. Let them, you will see all this thing I'm talking about. Because
that's the investigation, sir.
Based on it, so
that's the investigation, sir. So
we have done the investigation. We have done the investigation. We have come to the conclusion. We know that this thing is not from us.
Okay, so you went to Airtel.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. If I show you her result slip, you will see, and the one that she's parading. No, I told you. We don't use that system. If you look at her certificate, even her date of birth, on all her documents with us, is different from what she's carrying. What else does somebody need to know that this thing is not from us?
Okay, sir, can the search extend to the cyber cafe where she printed?
This document, as far as I'm concerned, was not printed anywhere. What she has done, let me tell you, this document was picked from somewhere, scanned and manipulated and then printed. If you see our results, for each of our results, wherever you print it, it is shown there. We made it in such a way that once you have this, you will see reference number. So many security features that I don't want to disclose now.
Yes,
okay, sir.
You understand?
Yeah, Dr. Fabian, there's got to be there's one area that I feel that we need to touch on. Many Nigerians, according to this young girl's her statement when she made, say that Jamb, even without investigation, went ahead to publish. Do you think it was right for Jamb to publish her name, her photograph, to put it out in the public? Because now they've made a public shame of this girl. Even though if we find out that what she did was wrong, is it fair on a 16-year-old minor to be publicly displayed like that as a criminal?
Who published her photograph? She's the one that published her photograph. She published her name and photograph where she used to do with with so many people. She published her name and photograph where she said she's got 362. She's the one that has been publishing herself. She just released a video of herself, a complete video of herself and everything. So who is publishing what? We are only setting the audio that this is not from us. Where did we publish? She's the one publishing everything. And let me tell you, when you talk about investigation, we have done our investigation and concluded. Whatever we want to do now by way of anything is just to show the public that these are the facts. We want to see how we can come up with a committee that will see between Anambra State government and Jamb, where we invite her to come and certain facts to be confronted with certain facts.
Dr. Fabian,
just for the public.
Will you be open to an independent investigation as well?
Perfect. Why not? Why not? In fact, if for instance, if FCCPC, that's
KPMG,
FCCPC,
okay,
that's Federal Consumer Consumption Protection Commission, something like that. If or Human Rights Commission or whatever, or any NGO, credible NGO that you can think about, if they decide to say, look, this controversy, please, can we find out, can we come into it, and we have open. You see, we don't have anything to hide.
Okay.
We are so 100% sure of what. This is not the first time. She's about the fourth person that is bringing this issue up. There was a candidate. If you Google one John Chinedu, Efesinachi, and Jamb, you will see where they sued Jamb for I don't know one or 2 billion naira. In fact, it was because of that candidate that we stopped using education. Because we discovered that because the picture is not there, it is always easier for them to modify. Today, sorry. If you look at the one that we have now, it has picture and then it has a barcode. Then it has a watershed where you have the candidate number everywhere. So once you cover that, it will clearly be seen.
Right.
So that candidate can sue us out. But when he was confronted with facts, the lawyer himself went on his knees saying, we have the video. We have 4 of those issues. And this one is not going to be different. All these bonfires that this lady is with, by the time she's confronted with, now I've told you something. If you look at all the documents she has seen, including her name, her date of birth is different from what she's carrying there. Because she was mutilating me, she forgot she made mistake on it. Because for every crime there's always a threat. She made mistake. And there are other 3 features of that thing that she's carrying that gave her out. But I'm not going to mention it now.
Right.
One thing we'll confront her with it. There are 3 features on this thing that when you see it, you know that it gave her out.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Faye. Let me let you go at this point because it's important for us to hear from you again. You know, when we have this public sympathy, everybody's saying, this is an innocent girl, you know, yes, which is what we all felt. Exactly. But it's important to also trust our institutions. It's hard to trust Nigerian institutions because you failed many Nigerians for many years. So I can understand why Nigerians say, I believe the girl over any Nigerian institution. But I guess we need to start beginning to understand that there's technology.
We do. We understand
these things. Yes. Nigerians don't trust government. Once we come out at this, we work against it. But thank you very much, Dr. Let me let you go at this time. But let me come back to the ladies. I mean, we've heard everything. It's hard sometimes because we love to support this young girl because that's the idea. We love that public sympathy, that media trial. Oh my goodness! But how do you
if she had gone with the portal, if she had, would it come with her picture from the portal?
Yes.
Yes, that's what he's saying now. Yeah. They've changed this format.
Based on everything that Jamb is saying through Dr. Fabian, the paper she's holding is a 21-year-old paper. 2021 paper. Yeah. And that paper is no longer being used anymore. So, but I am still online, and I know people will not listen to this conversation, and they will continue to believe that.
Because people listen through filters. Yes. Because we don't trust the government. Yes. So no matter what government tells us, we take it through that filter of, I don't trust you. So which is understandable, and it's going to take government a long time to get Nigerians to trust. But while they're doing that, it's important that they apply technology, because technology doesn't lie. This is why we hope people like KPMG, PwC can help us go and investigate to confirm if what Jamb is saying is true. Because we don't trust. Let's assume
we need an independent. Yeah.
Let's bring an independent investigator.
Yeah.
All these human rights that carry placard.
Yeah, this is the time we need them now.
There's some things that you don't need to be doing independent investigation, honestly. Why? If it's like saying that your phone, I'm arguing that your phone is an iPhone 10. But this phone is obviously not an iPhone 10. Why? Because we all know that iPhone X had a feature. And when they released iPhone 13, it has a different feature. So is it not weird for me to now hold this, my iPhone, and be saying it is iPhone 13? But because
I'm in Nigeria, I don't trust iPhone. No. Because I'm in Nigeria, I don't trust iPhone at all. I don't think you're all liars.
Yeah.
You can prove it.
China.
You can be China. Because we are already cynical. We're not all liars. Many of us. Because we all believe that many Nigerians are liars. So even if I trust the iPhone, I want to bring somebody from Asia. A different person. To come and break it down for me and show me that Dr. Fabian is not lying.
You also did not answer the question.
Takes here on YouTube, but one person is asking, is it the same way? I was looking for it. Is it the same way? What was it that ate the money from Jamb?
Was investigated.
Oh no.
No, that is why.
That's the Nigerian factor now. We always try to. We don't want a system. We want to continue to remind us of our past. We don't want the future. We don't want
No. The president mentioned that the reason they stopped this was because they had a case where somebody raised an issue to court, and it was almost impossible for them to prove. When they finally were able to prove it, they had to now tighten the security. The system keeps being reworked upon, and we must give room for change to happen. We might not like the process, and Nigerians like that sympathy. We like that, the underdog. This girl, I saw someone's post on Facebook during the break, and the person was saying that they don't want the girl to collect the 3 million naira from innocent. That's why they are creating this story. Maybe they want the other person to collect the commission, and somebody wrote that down. Like we are, as in, we need to.
But let us remind ourselves: the highest scorer is still from the same state.
So they cannot bring it.
So they shouldn't bring it because they're bringing tribal, because people, that's why I said on Twitter yesterday, it was all about tribal sentiments. So if Innocent wants to give the highest scorer, it is still from another state, which is the rightful owner of that money. But if Innocent now chooses to give this girl, it's also Innocent's money.
It's his money, but it's been sentimental. If you want to give the money to the highest person,
imagine the millions of Nigerians that this useless Jamb has altered their destinies. So there are people that are.
They should bring the data out. You know,
don't tell me you went to Airtel. Show me.
It's not even
show us. Give us the evidence.
Auntie Annie.
No.
Let me get right here and
real estate matter. My industry, they be like many real estate industry companies are scammers. Were you scammed? No. Was your sister scammed
out there?
No. Was your brother scammed? No.
Just heard.
But they are always, we've been hearing stories. Whose story
do you have
here? One-on-one.
So somebody will tweet now.
The challenge is that everybody will be saying Jamb has destroyed many destinies. Whose story?
Provide your own evidence. Provide your own evidence of you being scammed by.
I'm not saying it is a lie or it's not true, but I'm just saying don't repeat what you heard from what person heard and one person heard. If you don't know it personally, don't say it, because you don't know whether it's a truth or it's a lie.
So the thing is, facts don't lie, right? We all want to believe that, aside from the sentiment of, okay, she doesn't look the part, she's she's a minor. Some people are saying her age is even falsified, that she's 19, and all of that. Why I'm asking for an independent, investigator to handle this is because of the way the matter has scattered. Yam pepper scatter all over social media. And now the distrust of Nigerians with the institutions is now everywhere. People are bringing it to the fore. Remember, that's why people say somebody stole money, this, that. It will happen because that's precedent. Animal hair. That's precedent that had been set. You will not ask Nigerians, hold on, YK. You will not ask Nigerians to forget what they have been seeing over the years. You work twice as hard to prove to them that we have changed or we are on the path of change. So if it means that we have to get an independent body, even though to us, this case is very simple, we have looked at it, it's a different thing she has in her hand, it's a different thing we have in our portal, we can close it and move on. No, you cannot close it and move on because the people are now watching to see again how you're going to handle this. So you must be very sensitive as Jamb. Get an independent investigator all those civil societies, all those social groups that gather, this is the time we needed to say, we want to see this. Can we remark this lady's script? It's possible to remark. We can't say, let her write the exam again because of her mental...
Do you remember, maybe you were too young, when Dia was accused of a coup?
Yeah.
Yes, and everybody was against Abacha. So all the Yoruba, everybody was saying, hey, they have started again. So Abacha just called all the Yoruba Obas, say, oh, come and watch the video by yourselves. So when they all watched the video, all of them, they kept
quiet.
They were in shock. All of them came out like this. Yeah. Nobody could say, Bim! Nobody. That is what we want from Jamb.
Yes, you must work twice as hard.
Go, like you said, independent. Call the independent people.
Let them come.
They just said that. Maybe I said
doesn't mind.
When I said monkey ate money, monkey has eaten money.
Snake has swallowed money.
Yes.
You want Nigerians to forget? We won't forget.
Animals eat money in this country, rats.
We did not do investigation like this. We did not parade the monkeys.
So because we don't want monkeys and rats eating, that's why we introduced technology. We said that all the time. Because we want to fix this country, technology is important.
Yeah.
And somebody even tweeted that, I must say that Jamb has progressively done better, particularly since the current registrar came on board. So they have introduced technology. Same way we are trying to introduce technology for our traffic.
Yeah.
But for transportation.
Yes,
we need
for
technology.
Yeah.
So that is why rats and snake cannot eat anymore, because we have introduced technology, number one. We won't need forward.
We cannot eat the wire.
So the issue with election, the same issue with the election, but the problem with the election is that they did not upload on time. IREF. So the technology will only get better because next election now you cannot tell us that you didn't upload. That thing must upload the military as entry as I'm voting.
We
upload
agree.
it. So we are going to continue to change it.
We agree with
the point is that we must trust the system. As Nigerians, if we want to fix our country, we must choose. Nobody, they won't have to convince you 10 times. You will choose
to just trust like that.
To trust. I mean, I'm a citizen.
They will convince you.
I want to hear you. Just wait. I am calling you.
Not a person.
Okay. The reason why I call you.
Label our rights. Label our rights.
The reason why I call you a pessimist because there's nothing government does why you don't trust.
That's a lie.
That you first of all you blame government for everything. If there's cockroach in your kitchen, it is government's fault. If somebody breaks a glass in your house, it is government's fault.
And it's government's fault. It's government's fault.
Because
let me help you. We don't have sewage. Central sewage system.
That's we have to be digging for
every water.
So you're a pessimist. I
am not pessimist.
We are doubting Thomas. Okay, thank you. But let me
give the floor.
Yes.
Prove yourself.
Yes.
Let me now say the part of technology in supporting you actually. There was a time we got a text message on my phone that we violated a traffic law. And I was like, no, I did not violate any traffic law. This is a lie. And we decided that we should go and check if true, we violated traffic law. My dear brothers and sisters.
You did not?
We violated The next time, I got a text message on the vehicle we gave my parents. My daddy was like in my house. They were coming to my house, and as they arrived, my husband said, Daddy, where did you go to? What did you cross red light or something? That we just got a text message on the car that you have disobeyed something. And he said, lie, I did not. The way I was coming, we found out our MOT has expired. That was what they captured.
Technology.
You see, we did not have to.
But because I don't trust the system. I don't believe. I will believe that thing was altered. That somebody altered it. It's not me. Because I don't trust the system. Because somebody has lied to me the other day and collected money from me.
But over time, what I'm not saying is it's both ways. Because after contesting it once, and we realized that, truthfully, we were in the wrong. The system was right in capturing our offense.
Yes.
So now we will not doubt it anymore.
Can I just say something?
Yes,
yes, I hear that they capture and they can capture if you. What of where they go and wait for you at the junction
to enter the trap?
To enter the trap and then they just bring that iron.
We will get there. We're not there yet.
So it's the process to getting there.
I am just a factual person.
You're a pessimist.
No.
I'm just a factual pessimist. I said they went and put Kini near there, one traffic light. Then they are waiting because we have been making U-turn there for they just put the thing, So people will make U-turn and they are waiting.
So those ones are wrong. It's very wrong for them to do that.
Yeah.
Let me take this. Okay.
Thanks for calling. Good morning. Are you there? Oh, I'm so sorry, Faith. I do apologize.
So
call her back. Yes.
The people who are distrusting,
yes,
and the people who are optimistically trusting,
yes,
are both right.
And pessimistically
distrusting are both right, rights rather, and it's on you, the institution, to constantly prove. There's nowhere in the world that government is trusted. Nowhere in the world. Even the UK, the US, all of them, you will always have people who will distrust government. That is their cross. You decided to lead, Abi. We will keep distrusting you. Bear your cross. That's your cross. So if you will keep proving and keep making it plain, keep making it transparent that this is what we're doing. When you are done from that position, legacy will speak for you.
Yeah. Let me take
so don't rush us now. Don't rush us to trust you now. Show us, and legacy will speak for you.
I totally agree with you. Let me take Faith. Good morning, Faith. Thanks for calling. You're live.
Mr. Bellingham said something that result that they had printed out is for 2021.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, have they thought about it? That they had a downfall of 200 and something according to him, which was for 2023. Why did the girl not force that particular result? They have to go through the stress of going to 2021 result to further manipulate that result.
The old one.
If I was blaming the girl, why did they not do some research, probably from the Taba Cafe, or it was from their technical issues or from other stuff?
Hello, Faith. Dr. Fabian said that the newer result model cannot be forged because there are numbers running behind. If you take out, if you want to block it, you can't get the numbers behind it accurately. So the previous result was easier to forge, and they had a lot of forgery, which is why they now implemented this stronger system. This one is not forgeable, according to them.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Faith. So, going back, with the lessons we like to learn from this, yes, I'm hoping that after the independent investigation, if indeed Jamb is correct, what I hope we can learn from that is the optimism that some of us share, that you can actually trust the system sometimes. Yeah, we want to fix this country, let's trust. But you are also right. This is right. The government must earn, because we say it on this table all the time. Nigeria, especially the government, they have to earn the trust over time. You can't do it. It can't be a 360. You
can't force
you have to continually show and demonstrate in different ways to Nigerians that you are trustworthy.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. But at the same time, also, that's the point I was
making. Yeah. You get it. Right. And I'm very optimistic.
If you have a dog that you have been beating, yes, and then you now decide to change your mind and not beat the dog, you think the dog is going to come to you? He will run from you. Yes. He will come when you come. He will have to earn that dog's trust
again.
Yeah.
So, see, since I've been born, since 1961 that I've been born,
what has happened?
Government have been showing there's different levels. Different shades.
Government is showing you, but you're traveling to London every day. Why you leave that one? There are different levels.
So there are different levels.
What has my going to London?
I'm saying that one government is showing you. You're okay.
I've not even
compared to some people that you're okay. Let them be those complaining.
They are complaining. Everybody at their level. We all can complain at our different levels. We don't all have to be in one level to complain.
Why did my letter run away?
Exactly.
Maybe she's the one buying my ticket to London. Mommy, I miss you. Take ticket and come. You don't know.
So, back to our topic, I really want so Innocent's story, and Innocent's 3 million broke the story.
Yeah.
And now Innocent has come out to say that even if anything comes out, he will still give.
Because she's brilliant.
He will still give the girl the money. I don't have anything against Joy. Joy, God will bless you, and God will take you to places. Joy is the girl. There is the girl with the Mmesoma. It is Joy. Mmesoma. Her name is Ejikeme. So but we've had a story where someone is being punished for doing wrong, and then somebody else says, hero in shining armor, I'll travel you abroad for education. And it didn't really work.
Yeah.
Let people, if people do something wrong, let them go through consequences. And the chairman of Innocent can decide to privately say, I will support you. But when you publicly support someone who probably investigation shows that she did something wrong, then you are putting a system of we will support you regardless of even if you've committed a crime, and we don't want that. I'm not saying she's a criminal. I pray that they find the message that shows that she's innocent because, oh, I want to support the underdog. But if the boy, a boy from Anambra State, genuinely is the highest scorer, the boy should get that 3 million naira, and it should be made to be clear that I am rewarding excellence. And I'm rewarding the person that got the highest, not that I'm rewarding the person that I'm more sentimental.
Okay, I have a comment here. Someone says, we must conduct independent investigation for every WAP allegation, question mark. That's a must we conduct independent investigation. I agree with Tokpe's view on this, and even your panel is an independent body that can sift through allegations and counter allegations and inform Nigerians of the probable truth. The media is equally culpable in the so-called mistrust of Nigerians because media personalities no longer report from the angle of truth. Based on true perspective. That's from Mr. Bosu Oladele.
Right, you know,
we have to wrap up. But we wish Joy the best.
We didn't even get to talk about hot topic.
Easy. One another one now. What about the man that we come and say
for your Thursday?
That is all we can take from our. What's that thing? What is it called? What's that thing? I'm
pessimistic.
No. Doubting Thomases. So from these doubting Thomases,
I'm not.
No, she called herself. Just called points.
This is a doubting Thomas.
No. I'm an optimist. That's why I'm
I don't really mean I'm the optimist. No.
You are saying I'm a pessimist.
I've changed. You're doubting Thomas.
I didn't say
I stand corrected.
I said yes, I can doubt.
Stand corrected.
Doesn't mean I'm a pessimist. If I doubt you.
Yes.
It's because I must hear the truth. I must hear the truth from both sides. It's just like we all judge her yesterday. So this thing
today and now I was
Now Dr. Fabian has come.
Shall I come again and bring another angle? Let us just continue to vote for the best, but why can't I stand corrected?
Exactly.
I stand corrected. You're not a pessimist. You're only a doubting.
If I was a pessimist, I wouldn't be living here.
I have to close the show, YK. I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take.
I choose to
close the show.
No, I must take.
That is all
because
I can take on today's show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
You can be saying goodbye.